Day 5 of my journey. I found myself in this dank, dark cave after taking care of everything else in Hyde's Tower of Flame. And I got a bad feeling about what might lie ahead. Crazy things tend to lie in the dark in this world, and I'm not exactly eager to find out what lies in this pit. What's going on there, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic morning, because I most certainly am. My name is Azurblade, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. Today, we are going to No Man's Wharf, and I'm gonna go over here and light this torch over here. Because, well, I light my torch, and light that thing over there. Is it a torch? I don't know. I'm uneducated about what this thing might be called, so I'm just gonna continue to call it a torch. So, we're in No Man's Wharf, and this is the first area in the game that actually tries to make usage out of the torch mechanic in this game. We haven't really seen it so far, but that's gonna change at this place. So, I made sure to light at least one of the things up ahead, because you're gonna want to do that. And the enemies are noticeably stronger in this place compared to the other areas. Well, not Hyde's Tower, but they're noticeably stronger than the Forest of Fallen Giants hollows. What do we have in here? Titanite Shard. Excellent. That's always helpful to have. But yeah, I don't mind this area too much. I actually rather enjoy it somewhat. I mean, it's not amazing or anything. Ow! Okay, that did not feel great, I would imagine. Right in the hip. That's painful. Ow. But yeah, I'm gonna light this place up a little bit because I think No Man's Wharf looks pretty neat with more torches lit than not. So light that bad boy up. But I'm not gonna do this for every single area I come across because that's a waste of torches. Ow. But another thing to be careful about with this game is that sometimes when you drop down, as you saw from earlier, you roll, and you could very easily fall into a pit down below to your death if you're not careful. Let's light this, and there we go. Okay, get rid of Mr. Hollow here. Wow, he had poise. Well, look at you, Mr. Hollow. Yeah, it's already noticeably lit in this game. Not in this game, in this area. But something about this torch mechanic is if you go in water, then for obvious reasons, your torch will be extinguished, which it's a pretty neat attention to detail. Bradley of the Old Guard. No. I won't summon him just yet. Or at all, to be honest. I don't think I need him, so I'll leave Bradley of the Old Guard alone. Alright, now, oh, come on. Ow. Attack him! Thank you! Now, take a sip of the old flask, and take care of the hollows that have come out to play. Ow! No! And poke them! Like so. Man, there's a lot of them. Fall down already. I said die! Thank you. But yeah, see what I'm talking about, the torch mechanic? It's actually a lot brighter in this place now. It still doesn't look welcoming, but it is slightly less hostile feeling than before. More iron arrows. It's a good thing I'm grabbing these because I actually want to keep arrows for a later portion of this game, but those arrows won't be getting any usage until much later in the game. Some pine resin, and now what you want to do next is head over this way and take care of Mr. Hollow and Mr. Dog over here. Alright. Now that's lit up, and let's take a sip of the old flask. And now we want to head up here because look who it is! It's our friend Lucatiel.
I thought that might be you. You haven't changed a bit, have you? The longer I am here, the more madness I discover. A wretched place indeed, but not without traces of its former glory. What could have caused such degradation? Ah, yes. I have not thanked you for humoring me the other day. This is for you. Of course, I've no idea what it is. Our land of Mirror is surrounded by enemies and constantly at war. There is only one way up in Mirror. Join the Order and prove yourself in battle. My family had little fortune and no name. I had to carve out a piece of the world for myself with two things: my sword and my loyalty to my lord. I was raised to wield a sword from birth. Life was hard, but I never gave it a second thought. I had swift success on the battlefield and quickly attained respectable stature. And then I came here to... Have you heard of the undead? These poor souls affected by the curse. An undead gradually loses his humanity until his wits degrade completely. Finally, he turns hollow and preys upon others. And a hollow can never be human again. One can skirt this wicked fate only with the help of the souls found here. Assuming, of course, that the legends are true, I can only hope that they are. I'm sorry to burden you with talk of my fate. I suppose I've grown weary these days. I'm sorry to burden you with talk of my fate. I suppose I've...
Okay, that's all her dialogue, but she took off her mask, so now we can see her face, and she's got an interesting mark on the left side of her face. If I didn't know any better, I'd almost say she looks like she's starting to go hollow. And she gave us a human effigy, and we're choosing not to tell her what it does, so... Yeah, that's kind of messed up to really think about. She had the one thing that would help her out, not turn into a hollow, and she just gave it to us, not knowing what it did. And we, being the jerks that we are, don't say anything, because of course not. Lovely. But I'm gonna go back down here, because... Where's the torch? There it is. But a lot of people theorize that the only reason why we don't say anything is because she can't tell that it's an effigy of herself. There's a theory I remember reading that the only reason that the human effigies work on us is because we know it's an effigy of ourselves. So, yeah, if that's true, that's why that we don't tell her anything, because even if we did say anything, it wouldn't help her at that point. Whoa! Okay, where the heck did you come from? Okay, let's take care of you. Don't you frickin'... Stop throwing pots at me, you jerk! It's not nice. Now, let's see. Is there anything in here, or is this just an empty room? I think this might be an empty room. This is an empty room. Lame. Okay, then, how about in here? Have I been in here yet? I believe I have, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, I've been in there too. Alrighty then. But now that I'm done with that, now we want to head down here and attack in the wrong direction because we're just so amazing at this game. And the barrels are floating. Don't you just love it when that happens? I certainly do. Alright, now let's go ahead and get away from the dogs and take them out both at the same time. Ow! Okay, that freaking hurt. That was not nice. What was that? Varangian helmet. Okay, so they're essentially Vikings, or pirate Vikings or whatever. That's neat. Alright, now backstab him as he's laying his head down on the desk. Because we're obviously going to bother these guys when they just want to be left alone. Look at them. And then here we go, just backstabbing them because we're jerks. I mean, come on. What the heck? Iron arrows. Alright, and over here is yet another treasure chest. So, open this bad boy, and what do you get? The brigand set and the bandit axe. Pretty decent set. Not the greatest, but hey, it gets the job done. Now, let's see, what's up here? Another enemy. And another wooden chest. Open sesame! And repair powder and a titanite shard. Excellent. That's what I wanted, was the repair powder, because Repair powder is oh so helpful. Now let's take care of him. And he didn't drop anything good. Alley-oop. What the heck are you doing? That's freaky. But now you want to light a torch because there's an annoying enemy up here that is afraid of light, as you can plainly see. So the torch makes this section a lot easier. So let's take care of these guys. But you want the torch because these guys inflict bleed. And that's not fun to deal with. He's running away from me. What's this? Emit force and large soul of a lost undead. Excellent. Come here. And yaw. Oh, what? Come on. Thank you. Now, don't open the door. Instead, just punch it and then walk back. Hello? Okay, I guess you're not gonna do it. How about that? There we go. And now that he's done that, now you just keep your torch out and they won't really attack you all that much because they're afraid of light. Either that or their eyes are really sensitive. Personally, I think that's what it is that they just have really sensitive eyes. Because they do shield their eyes, or whatever their eyes might, where they might be from the light. So that's neat. Now just to open this door, and we have 2 chests in here. You want to open this one, but be careful. Never mind, it's the other one. But you got the great sword. And this is the one you got to be careful of. No! But the great sword is one of my favorite weapons in the game. If you remember the great sword from Dark Souls 1, look at this frickin' thing! This oversized ultra great sword is incredible. I love the design of the great sword in this game. That being said, I'm not going to use it, sadly. As tempting as it is to channel my inner guts, I'm not going to do that because I need 28 strength to use it, and I don't want to use the great sword. At least not yet. Maybe at some point I'll dabble in great sword, ultra great swords, but for right now, that's not the plan. Okay, now that I've taken care of that, let's light that up and see what I'm talking about. It's a lot more bright, this place. Now you want to head over here and pull the lever. And summon the ghost ship! Ooh! And listen to the sounds it makes. Why does it make the sound of a train? I've always wondered this. It has always confused me that it sounds like a frickin' train. Maybe I'm just thinking of stuff no one cares about, but that's my inner thoughts on that. Okay, I think I'm gonna try and take these guys out without the torch. Yeah, see, look at that. Bleed is absolutely annoying in this game because it does a lot of damage, but it also cuts your stamina in half. So, yeah, that's not fun. And they inflict a lot of bleed buildup, so you really got to be careful fighting these guys. Okay, no fog wall or invisible wall in this place. Now let's open door number 1, and we got more guys over here. Let's see. Oh, hello. This is a pretty interesting enemy. Ow! Who shot me? Okay, they shot me. Let's go take care of them real quick. By opening this here door. And now it is time to introduce you to one of my favorite NPCs of the game. I love this guy so much.
Who are you? I'm Gavlan. Gavlan will, Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. Many soul. what you want. With Gavlan, you will, you deal. Gavlan will, Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. Many, many soul. What you want. With Gavlan, you will, you deal.
You gotta love him. But he sells the Ring of Giants, which gives you more poise. And he sells a lot of poison stuff, so I'm gonna buy 4 of these. Because you're gonna want some of those later. And you can also sell items to him. So if you have a lot of pieces of armor or rings or just anything that you don't need, then, like me, I'm not gonna use these cracked red eye orbs or the blue orbs. So let's get rid of them. And there you go. Got a lot of souls right then and there.
Many deal, many thanks.
I love Gavlan. Me and my friend group quote this guy pretty frequently. Of course, we don't say exactly what it says, but we talk like him, and yeah, he's just an overall jovial and happy-go-lucky guy. Wow, I'm surprised that didn't do more damage. But now that I'm done with that, now you want to head down here and take care of this guy, and then open this here door, because we have more enemies. Nice. And I got a shield. So, just wait for him to attack, and then take care of him like so. That was a little too close for comfort. But these pots have poison in them, so you don't want to attack them. At least not with your weapon. Instead, you want to get a bow and some arrows. So, you can destroy these pots safely and not get poisoned, because poison in this game is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, now you want to head over here because you have yourself yet another treasure chest. Open sesame. And you got a fragrant branch of yore and this strange looking wall here. Let's punch it. Let's see. There we go. Let's punch it. Yeah. And now you have a Titanite lizard with more upgrade material. And a few extra items. Like so. Thank you. Fading soul. And another treasure chest. This time, the Royal Soldier's Ring. Which increases your equip load. So it's the Havel ring of this game. Now that you're done with that, there's a couple more things left in this place, but other than that, you're pretty much done here. So, let's take care of this guy and his friend just chilling in the back here. Excellent. And let's see. Oh, I forgot about this room. There's nothing in here, that's right. And you got another item over here. Just slowly walk over. Human effigy. Now roll in the water because it's faster than walking, it feels like. And I see a summon sign. But don't bother with it just yet. Instead, you want to head over here. And take care of the hollows. And knock over the bridge. And huzzah! You have yourself a shortcut. Excellent. Get out of here. Stupid enemy. And now... oh, hello, another one. Yeah, wow, okay. Take this then. You want to summon Lucatiel of Mira. Because like I said previously, Lucatiel is essentially the Solaire of this game, so... welcome, Lucatiel. It is good to see you, my friend. Let's go kill a boss. Just like old times. But the boss, as you've very likely guessed, is what I should say. The boss, as you very likely surmised, is in this ship. So let's take care of the crew on board, and then we can deal with the boss inside. Come here, Mr. Varagian. Where are you going? Silly guy. But Lucatiel is actually pretty She is a very mobile fighter. She doesn't attack all that much, but she's pretty helpful in a fight. And she can cover ground really quick too, so that's helpful. And she's got so much HP. The summons in this game have a lot of HP, and so do the invaders, so that's something to keep in mind if you're going to deal with both. And now it is time for one of the worst boss songs in the series. I'm going to be quiet so you can try to hear it. Keyword being try. Yeah, there's music, if you can even call it that. It's just background noise. This is genuinely the worst song in the freaking game. Maybe even in the series. Oh, what the heck was that? That was weird. I haven't seen that attack in so long, I actually kind of forgot about it. But the thing about this boss fight is that there's water, and if you pay attention, the water is slowly rising, and the longer the boss survives, the more water floods the arena until eventually it's up to your chest, and it slows you down quite significantly. The problem is that the water takes so long to rise that in your normal playthrough, it's gonna be a total non-issue. Yeah, look, it's still going, but it's just now reaching my knees. It takes so long that it might as well not even be a factor. It's quite silly. Now you just want to head up here and don't interact with that table just yet because you have one more chest. Because interacting with that table in the area. Fireball and Pyromancy Flame. And here we are, our next location. It's dark. I'm bringing that one back. It's actually nighttime. Well, look at that. We've been fighting all day long without rest or respite. That's pretty impressive, all things considered. And my sword is at risk. See, this is what I'm talking about with this game. Your weapons are so brittle because I haven't really hit too many walls, but my durability is almost completely depleted. Now, what you want to do is ride the elevator up and then slowly wait, because as you saw that item over there, so just go ahead and do this. Now, book it! And just jump down the elevator as it goes down. Just wait for it, like so. And then hug the wall over here and keep on running forward. Because if you continue to do that, then eventually, anytime now, there you go, you get an item. A scimitar and repair powder. Very cool stuff. Alright, now that I'm back up here again, let's see, are there any items in here? The answer is no. The Lost Bastille. Time for our next area. If you thought the game didn't look too difficult up until this point, trust me. That's actually kind of true. This is where the game starts to get pretty tough, is the Lost Bastille. I'm honestly surprised things have been going as smoothly as they have, but trust me, this is where things start to get a little crazier. With that being said though, I have quite a few soul items, so I think it's time to level up. So, let's go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, 39,000 souls. Let's see, what can I work with here? Let's see here. I'm gonna level up my adaptability to 20, and I'm gonna level up my vigor to 16. There we go. Now that I have that, with my remaining souls, I'm gonna buy some more life gems, because I'm running pretty low on these things. There we go. Now I'm up to 24.
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. And now that I'm done with that, I suppose I can show off another mechanic about this game that's... It's not necessary, but it's amusing. So, you can talk to people, yes, but this is something you can only do in this game. If you're in this menu and you walk away from someone, people actually react to you walking off without saying goodbye. And I think that's pretty funny, because Dark Souls 1 and 3 and Elden Ring do not do that. But this game does, and I appreciate that small attention to detail. It's not necessary, like I said, but I can appreciate that. And I believe this is where I was, so let's warp there. Alrighty then. I'm back here in the Lost Bastille. Now that I'm back here again, I've leveled up my adaptability to 20, as you no doubt saw previously. And 20 is where your iframes start to get pretty decent, but I'm going to level it up just a little bit more because I don't want the iframes anymore, but I want the extra agility. The agility is what I'm going for because I want to take a sip of the old flask just a little bit faster than this. Because, I mean, it's a decent speed now that I've got all this agility, thanks to my adaptability stat being so high, but it's not quite where I would like it to be. Now, what you want to do is take care of the dogs, like so. And let's see. Oh, where are you guys going? Get out of here. See, look how much faster this is. It's still not very fast, but it is noticeably faster than what it was before. Now just get rid of this for an alluring skull. And now you want to head over here. And I recognize that sound. The pursuer's back. No, I don't think so. Nice try. Let's take care of the dog first and wait for him to do the jab attack. And then take care of the swordsman. Yeah, see? My iframes are so many more iframes. It's so much easier to dodge. Yeah, Dark Souls 2 is so much more difficult if you don't level up adaptability. It's not a good idea to just ignore it like a lot of people tend to do. And now, this attack is pretty easy to dodge. You don't even need to dodge roll it. And no! I don't think so. Just 2 more hits should be enough. Let's see, what is he gonna do? Are you gonna attack? Oh, you're doing the multi-stab. You don't do that attack too frequently. Down he goes. And more Twinkling Titanite, which is exactly what I want, because I can upgrade my Drang sword again. Yay! And now that I'm done with that, now you head over here for yet another treasure chest. And this one is an Estus Flask shard, so now I gotta go back to Majula once more. And luckily, this works out perfectly for me, because if you head over here, you have yourself a shortcut, which leads back to Macduff's workshop. And that's why I went to Lost Bastille when I did the first time, so I can link this all together and be super convenient about it. Nice. And now with that, let's head back to Majula once more. Sweet. Now, let's get yet another Estus Flask. Bring it up to 6. And I think I might be able to level up. Let's see. Can I level up again? Yes, I can. I want to get more vigor. I want to get it to 20 before I start focusing on other stats. I just want to get it to 20 so I can take a couple hits, no problem. And as for the rest of my souls, they will go to life gems, so give me life gems.
Thanks.
Thank you. Now let's head back to Lost Bastille again. And here we are back at Lost Bastille once more. And on that note, I'm gonna end it here because the next little section of this place is gonna take a while, and I don't want this video to be too long. So, I'll see you guys for the next Dark Souls 2 video. Have a wonderful day, everyone. See you next time.